So she's got that cricket in there, and she's just fuzzing with that cricket. Now I'm gonna see how her communication is before we start. I'm gonna pick these reins up and touch and see if she gives to that. There we go. And then I release. So I didn't pull her head in like we talked about. I just made a tiny bit of contact, and you see how she's coming in? Okay, it's just communication. So I'm gonna come around here and see how our communication is. Very nice. You see how light that is? How very light that is? So she's on board this morning, all right? We're gonna come around here. I'm using my leg as well as my hand, and she's coming around. So her communication is nice. Now, she balks at creeks and stuff. And so I tested her this morning. So we're gonna try to move her across this tarp and see how she does. Now so you hear that clicking in there. There's a roller, there's a copper roller in that bit. It's called a cricket. So she can work that with her tongue. Think of like a horse fidget spinner, okay? So now I'm just gonna come up here like we talked about yesterday, and I'm just gonna do some energy and ask her to cross that tarp. Now she wants to check it out. I'm gonna let her check it out. We're not gonna force her, I'm just asking. All right, she's not sure. So every time if you notice, every time she just moves forward a little bit, I stop asking, all right? And so she learns that just thinking about it. There, all right, so that's what I was expecting to happen right there, although I was expecting it to be a little bit more dramatic. So we got two things going on at one time. Number one, I'm staying with the communication here lightly in this bit, okay? I'm not pulling her face around. Number two, this is what I wanted you to see. This is what I hoping she would evidence, because I know she does on the trail. You see how she's swinging her butt around? Okay. The thing is, she wants to escape the pressure. You talked about this yesterday. I think it was you that asked if they wouldn't cross the creek, could you come in sideways? Okay. So that tarp represents pressure for her. Now, horse has different kinds of pressure. They'll have physical pressure, mental pressure, emotional pressure, but it's pressure to do something and they're like, I don't know. All right. So the natural thing is, I'm gonna side pass her over. The natural thing is to escape, to want to escape pressure. All right. So I'm not pushing her across the tarp, but what I am doing is I'm not letting her mentally or emotionally escape the pressure. If she wants to stop and say no, I'm gonna let her stop and say no, but she has to do it facing the tarp. Okay, does it make sense? It's the same with us. All right, we get problems and we get pressures in our life and we want to turn around and go away. But the only way we get across them is if we face them and we take our time and we deal with it and we come out. It's the same with the horse. Now I'm just going to ask her. Now she touched it, no problem. She's still not sure, and that's okay. She came forward and she touched it with her foot. All right, again, the two things that have to go away is pride and time. So we're not on a schedule, and she's not sure. So we're going to give her time. But one thing I'm not doing, I'm not letting her turn away from it, okay? Horses, they want to escape the uncomfortable or the undesirable. And we let them get in that habit of escape. When you go to take the headstall off your horse and they pull their head up to get away from that bit, that's escaping, okay? I don't let them do that. They have to put their head down, and then I'll drop it out of their mouth. I don't let them escape. The halter, people go to take the halter off and the horse pulls back and comes up and pulls their head out of the halter. They're escaping something that they don't really want. So they get in that habit of escape. Some horses, they get in the habit of escape, they'll run out of a horse trailer. They'll jump out of a horse trailer. They'll hurry past the guy lead them out of the horse trailer. That's escape. And we don't let them get in that habit, all right? Horses that you trot back to the barn, or people lope back to the barn, that's one of the cardinal sins, right? Because I want to escape this ride, I want to get back to the barn. So you make them walk every step, all right? You can't let the horses get in the life habit. There we go. Good girl. Can't let the horses get in the life habit of trying to escape things that they don't want to face, things that they don't want to deal with. So you just calmly help them face it, all right, and help them move through it. There we go. Good girl. Good girl.